Hello all. It's the end of April in Ukraine. The trees are blooming, and we have silence. Today, we will raise the topic of mounting a video camera to a profiled sheet. In my previous videos related to video surveillance, I once explained how to mount a camera on a profiled sheet so that it won't be stolen, but the thing is that this method involves certain costs, both in terms of labor and materials, because you need to disassemble the profiled sheet to screw in and weld metal elements. This process is lengthy and still expensive. Therefore, I found a more budget-friendly way to mount the camera and the anti-theft bracket to the profiled sheet. I will show it to you now. The camera itself is installed as usual. There's nothing special about that. Next, we install the anti-theft bracket. Remember that the anti-theft bracket should only be installed after the camera has been adjusted, meaning it should be positioned exactly as needed. Only after that do we apply the anti-theft bracket and mark the spots. We mark the locations of the holes and drill them. As practice has shown, the best fasteners for securing the anti-theft bracket to the profiled sheet are these mola fasteners. I have always disliked them like Postman Pechkin. Why was I so angry? I didn't have a bicycle, so I didn't like them. It's just that I didn't have this kind of thing. The fact is that when I tried to screw it in with a screwdriver, the molly would usually spin and those little teeth would turn, resulting in a mess, and I didn't like that fastening. After I got this gadget, I'll show you how it works. We insert the mole, then we put the mole into the hole, press down, the strips compress, we screw it in, and the mole installs perfectly. The principle of operation is important. If anyone doesn't know or understand, the main thing here is to have a nut on the other side of the profiled sheet, and this nut should not spin. So this kind of mole is just perfect for this task. The nut is installed. For those who don't understand how this works, I'll show you, but it's already beautifully installed. Taking it off is also not easy. My hands aren't enough. So we insert it, press down, then screw it in a bit, repeat this operation, insert it, press down, pull it out until the molly compresses as much as possible, until it stops bending. And only after that we will unscrew this bolt and put in another one. I will show which one. Another small nuance. But if you take that into account, you can avoid difficulties in the future. I installed all the molly, but I still secured them with self-tapping screws. Here, using a nut is the best option, but I didn't have any, so I used a little more. Why? The thing is, the teeth don't always bite into the profiled sheet. Sometimes they get crushed. It seems to hold, but when you start tightening the bolt itself, it turns out that the molly is spinning. To avoid this, we screw in 2 self-tapping screws here. Wedge the molly, and now it definitely won't rotate. That's it. I have 3 holes I prepared, and I'm installing the bracket itself. And of course, for securing the anti-theft bracket we use special bolts. In this case, it's a Torx with a pin. But I will tell you that there are even more interesting options available online. Look for vandal-proof fasteners and you will find something you like. Here is what the installed bracket looks like. As we can see, everything is perfect. In this bracket, it is not possible to... It is quite strong. There is also an arc here. And the crossbar prevents these arcs from spreading apart and breaking the ball itself. Well, for the skeptics, of course, skeptics will usually rush into the comments and say that you can spray paint it or break it. Of course you can, but stealing it is already much harder. I will tell you, the audience that deals with this is looking for easy options, and they usually don't take on such complications. They typically don't carry such little keys with them. Well, it's quite a hassle, especially if it needs to be done at height. Therefore, in principle, this is a sufficient set of measures to be confident that this camera won't be stolen. That's all for now. If you liked the video and found it helpful, please support it with a like and a comment. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Good luck to everyone. Glory to Ukraine.